Well, hello everyone. It's Spirited Senior here. I'm doing this video because I hear a lot of people complaining, I guess. Some specific people, I won't name them. But they are complaining that Trump's not doing enough. Trump isn't doing anything on the border. And that's a total lie. Because he is doing something on the border. And I want to just read you two articles and let you know that he's been working on the border. It's not easy with the House working against him constantly. And I know that once he gets reelected, and hopefully we get the House back, that he'll be able to do plenty more on the border. But he is doing things despite the Democrats. So here we go. Trump administration to strip citizenship from foreign-born terrorists and criminals. President Donald Trump's administration announced a new Justice Department unit focused on revoking U.S. citizenship obtained through fraud. The new section will function as another arm of the Department of Justice Office of Immigration Litigation. Its purpose will be the denaturalization of those who obtain citizenship procured by concealment of a material fact or by willful misrepresentation, which a lot of them have done, obviously. Specifically, they will target those who neglected to disclose previous terror or criminal activities or affiliations in their N-400 naturalization form. Okay, Part 12 of the N-400 naturalization asks pointed questions about prior affiliations and activities. It includes questions about far-ranging potential involvement in anti-American interests, from Nazi, communism, totalitarian loyalists, to involvement in torture, murder, and weapons trade. Those who were granted citizenship from lying in whole or in part on the N-400 will face a reckoning. And it continues. When a terrorist or sex offender becomes a U.S. citizen under false pretenses, it is an affront to our system. It is especially offensive to those who fall victim to these criminals. And why aren't the Dems thinking about that? They're worried more about the illegals than they are worried about our own citizens. Assistant Attorney General Jody Hunt said the new denaturalization section will further the department's efforts to pursue those who will unlawfully obtain citizenship status and ensure that they are held accountable for their fraudulent conduct. The need for the team comes primarily from the marked increase in such cases due to the efforts of fraud investigations by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, and the Obama-era Operation Janus, which uncovered hundreds of thousands of immigrant cases in which paper fingerprint information was not entered into the central database. Recent cases that would now fall under this section's purview includes an Egyptian Al-Qaeda recruiter, an Osama bin Laden collaborator, a Bosnian soldier convicted of war crimes, and a serial sex abuser. And they keep coming back into the country, eh? The team will focus exclusively on those who both committed such crimes before coming to the U.S. and then lied about their past during the immigration process. So that is one thing that he has been doing, and I think that he's going after the criminals, you know, the illegal criminals. And I think after he's finished with that, he is going to go after the regular criminals, because illegals people who enter into America illegally are a criminal. They have broken the law. Where is it? Why is it so hard for people to get that? I don't know. I have no clue. And here's another one. Report: Trump's Remain in Mexico Stopping Anchor Babies scheme. President Trump's Remain in Mexico policy at the United States-Mexico border is ensuring pregnant migrants are not using their court dates in the U.S. to deliver their children on American soil, thus securing them birthright citizenship. And there are thousands who have done this already. There are thousands. This is how they get in a lot of times. Currently, Trump's Remain in Mexico policy has made sure that southern border crossers claiming asylum are returned to Mexico or their native Central American country while they await their asylum hearings in the U.S. The policy has prevented mass fraud where illegal aliens are released into the interior of the U.S. only to never show up for their asylum hearings and never leave the country with their newborn babies. And who pays for these babies? Who pays for all this? Taxpayers. Local San Diego reporter Maxim Nadler now writes that he has spoken with 4 pregnant migrants in Mexico awaiting their asylum hearing in the U.S. who were given future court dates after their delivery of their children in Mexico, a process to prevent border crossers from arriving in America solely to secure their children's birthright citizenship. So you see, he is doing something. To date, the U.S. Supreme Court has never explicitly ruled that the U.S.-born children of illegal aliens must be granted automatic citizenship, and a number of legal scholars dispute the idea. Many leading conservative scholars argue that citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment does not provide mandatory birthright citizenship to U.S.-born children of illegal aliens or non-citizens. So you see, that so far is the law. And Trump is just applying the law as it should be applied. Today, there are at least 4.5 million anchor babies in the U.S. under 18, exceeding the annual roughly 4 million American babies born every year, and costing American taxpayers $2.4 billion every year to subsidize hospital costs. So you see, Trump is doing things. And when you consider that's a big portion of what's crossing over. Criminals, pregnant people, women, sorry, I shouldn't say people, because I've seen a pregnant man yet. But I think Trump is doing a lot. And, with everything else, all his accomplishments in 3 years, and he's still going. So whenever somebody starts complaining about what they think he should be doing, go and do it for him. Get off your ass and quit complaining, I say. I'm happy with what he's done so far. I mean, how much can one man do in 3 years, really, when you think about it? Anyways, let me know what you think. Thank you for listening. Goodbye, everyone.